All right, Stephen. Thanks for the lesson and sending the video. I can tell you've been working hard at the movements, with the book and all. We'll go over some of the things I see, and then next time you can send your slow motion reps, and we'll critique that. I got Victor, one of my students here on the right, is a model today. Let's go ahead and run your swing up. You got the little trigger move to P1, really good. P2 looks pretty good. Drop down in P3. I like this position here. You'll see Victor, to P3. Pretty similar. You got dual abduction, dual ER. You might be just a little bit hung back here perhaps, but all in all, it's pretty good. You got left pelvic tilt. Let's run on down. From here is when some of the issues start. I'd like to see this left arm pull away from the chest a little bit more. Abduction is what it is. Engaging the left bicep. You'll see how Victor gets the impact. And he's got this nice triangle maintained, right? You'll see this in Jamie Sedlowski as well. When the left arm becomes hyperextended, like what you have it puts the left wrist in a weak position due to a phenomenon called passive insufficiency. So you want to keep the left bicep flexed if you can, and pulling and getting off the chest. Yeah, because you go into early right wrist flexion here as well, and left wrist extension, and it's really all due to this left arm being in an unstable position here. The way to train that, a little bit with resistance. You can put the band, like a workout band, above your elbows. One of the bands they use in aerobic classes, perhaps around the ankles. Put that around your arms, and work on getting the impact, stretching the band, and getting holding the left arm in internal rotation, and getting the bicep engaged and moving away from the chest, like you see in Victor. Even post impact, you'll see him maintain that position as well. So his chest is rotated a little bit more than yours. Also, in this region, like the placket of his shirt is that direction. You're still a little bit too square, like you were in a dress at impact. I'd like to see the chest rotated a little bit more, and a little bit of that's due to the lateral bend. Your lateral bend's not quite right. Stephen, let me go ahead and bring you up down the line. But that's really all I see face on. Other than that, it's pretty good. The one last thing with the face on before we look at the down the line. The left leg might be extended a little too early here. Like you look at this position here, you're already extended, with the left leg. So you want that powerful PPT leg extension, right hip extension, to occur right at impact. Not before. So you'll see Victor, left leg is still bowed at that point, still bowed, still, and then it's pulling back, right at the moment of contact. So that's something just in your sequence training to be aware of. All right, so let's look at down the line here. Let's use Jamie here. This video is a little blurred. Let's see what we can do with it. Again, the trigger move is good, up move is good. When you get to the top and backswing, I mean, even that's pretty good. I'd like to see possibly the right wrist a little bit more extended, and a little bit underneath the shaft a little bit more. It looks like it's a little on the side of the shaft, which I don't mind across the line, but having it on the side of the shaft will cause some problems. You'll see Jamie drop down into P3, and look at that, just how much right wrist extension he has there. Right, when you get down into P3, you're letting the arms kind of fire first. So it's kind of, again, when we looked at face on, you saw a little bit of the lack of rotation that I pointed out between you and Victor. And it's partly due to a little bit of an ab crunch. It's tightening up the core, and thus your arms are taking over a bit here. So if you can maybe use a little bit more right side lateral bend in this area of your downswing. See, at this point, your right shoulder is really high. I mean, that's a long way from the right hip. So I don't see you scrunch down quite enough at that point. We don't want to overdo that, but you know, with that lack of lateral bend, you don't see as much rotation as a Jamie or a Victor. The right, see, I'm sure you can see that. It's hard to tell with the blurriness of this video, but the lateral bend's not exactly right here. The spine being shaped at impact. A little bit outside in as well because of that. Now, when you get to impact and then post impact, the last thing I'm going to say is, you know, when you get into this position, see how your foot is still facing, the shoelaces are still facing the camera. If I was shooting face on, you know, I'd like to see you go ahead and release and come on up. Allow the lower body to swivel on around and get this you know, this foot up like this, and you know, with the full release finish. That position might be somewhat damaging to your lower spine if you hit a lot of balls. So try to come on up and finish on the right toe. You know, I'm not all about being pretty or anything like that, but don't want you to hurt yourself. I want you to look powerful at the finish. So several things there to work on with the arm, with the rotation, with the lateral bend, with the getting the right hand a little bit more underneath the shaft, increasing right wrist extension from P2 to P3, and maybe even not hanging back quite as much as what we saw with in comparison to Victor. So a few things to work on, bud. Hopefully that helped, and send me some of your reps, and we'll do another one in the weeks to come. Thanks a lot, and have a good day, Steven. Thanks.